everyone. Welcome back to another transcendent episode of AI Biz. I'm your host Avik, and today we are about to step into a conversation that vibrates at a higher frequency because we are not just talking about business or the tech today, we are talking about conscious evolution. If that sounds better. So, because we are into this discussion, and joining me is the incredible Eric McHugh. So, welcome to the show, Eric.
Hey, Vic, thank you so much for having me. I'm really grateful. And I think if we met in person, we'd have a lot of fun things to talk about.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And dear listeners, like before we start, I'll quickly love to introduce you with Eric. So Eric is a serial entrepreneur, visionary technologist, former Snap insider, and founder of multiple groundbreaking projects, including Holon Labs, Dating, and Aces.fun. So his current mission through Holon Labs, he's investing in the companies that don't just chase the profits, they raise the collective consciousness, and they build, heal, uplift, and align humanity with its highest potential. So Eric operates at the intersection of Web3, AI, quantum spirituality, uh, physical mastery, and bringing a holistic, fiercely positive energy to everything that he creates. So, dear listeners, if you have ever wondered what it looks like when entrepreneurship meets soul purpose, and you're about to experience it firsthand. So, let's raise the frequency and dive right in. So, welcome to the show again.
Thank you. And honestly, man, I'm really excited to be here based on the way you're talking. And it's truly a blessing. Cause I think everyone has an inner purpose and I think everyone has an outer purpose. I think all of our inner purposes are the same. So my inner purpose, your inner purpose, every one of your listeners' inner purpose is to raise your own vibration, to raise your own collective level of consciousness. And your outer purpose is how do you use your God-given gifts and natural talents to do that and thus helping raise the vibration of the collective? Because if I raise my vibe, you raise your vibe. My goal for this podcast is if one person listening raises their own vibe, they go out in the world, their vibe is raised, it raises the vibe around them, and it kind of spreads. It's like a spreading of positivity where it's like we just slowly raise. And I think the cool thing is, man, I think as humans, we are collectively raising too. So I think the world is going to get much, much better in the future. I think everyone's going to be friendlier, everyone's going to be more loving, everyone's going to be kinder, everyone's going to be making cool shit, everyone's going to be really just trying to help each other.
Mm, exactly, exactly true. And like investing in the companies that raise collective consciousness is such a powerful concept. So, what does that actually mean to you at a soul level? And how did Holon Labs come to life from that vision?
Yeah, no, I think investing is the wrong word, and it's my fault for wording it that way. And this is where the power of AI really comes into play. Because imagine if you are, because AI is simply a tool that where you can leverage your natural talents to be more productive, to help more people. So it's really just a neutral tool.
Mhm.
But with Whole on Labs, let's say you're in the past VC model, you're in the you're past incubating model. How do you build a company? The resources you need to build a company is much more than it is right now with the advent of AI. Like, if you want to build a software SaaS platform, what like
Mhm.
before? Okay, I'll use ShopX as an example. ShopX was a NFT project we did in the past. It did well. We learned a lot. It had some major clients such as Fox, where they would launch it was a Shopify integration, where they would launch a NFT and add e-commerce benefits to that. The cost we spent to build that software through development studios was around $2 million. Right now with AI, one person can build it in literally 3 months. So
Wow.
the concept of Whole on Labs is
Mhm.
it's for people we worked in the past. We worked with ShopX, worked on many other projects. But now that we can crank out products at a much quicker rate, you can build the products yourself that help raise a collective consciousness versus $2 million versus like a month and like 30K. Like now you can build more products, test more things, try more things, raise a collective consciousness even faster. And that's the concept behind Whole on Labs. So it's a more of a self-started incubator where we can build products that help people, and some will stick, some won't stick, but it is what it is. It's a learning experience.
Yeah, exactly. And so like And in a world obsessed with the speed and the profits, how do you stay committed to a uh, deeper mission without getting pulled into the noise?
Because I know if you stay committed to the deeper mission, the profits will follow. So it's not you can't be chasing profits because it's just it's too material. It's like,
Mm,
and honestly, dude, you're much happy if you're trying to serve people. Like, imagine this: if I were to give you $20, or if you were to give me $20, no, you're happiest when you're serving other people, so that's the mission behind Colon Labs, and I believe in karma too, like, I 100% believe in karma, and there are good ways to make money, there are bad ways to make money. If you make money in a bad way, it always comes back to bite you, so, like, you're even harming yourself if you're making money in a bad way, whereas I think making money in a good way is perfectly natural. Like, I don't view money as a bad thing, I view it as actually a good thing, it helps provide freedom. Like, if you're to make money in a good way, and enough people are making money in a good way, they can use that money to provide more good in the world, so that's overall a good thing. So, it's not like you're trying to avoid profit, it's just not the main goal.
mm,
Because I think we all know if you're chasing money, it doesn't end too well, and it rarely works out, and the thing is, like, if you're chasing solely money, oftentimes, if you're chasing solely money, you'll do a lot of things you don't wanna do, and that doesn't work because you're not being authentic. The power of authenticity is I'm the number one me in the world. So if you try to be me, you can't beat me at being me. But if I try to be you, I can't beat you at being you. So if I'm following my natural curiosity, which I think is programmed by God or whatever, the higher power that we all believe in, that doesn't chase money, it chases purpose. And the purpose is just God given. And if you follow that, you're bound to impact more people because you're the best in the world at it.
true. Exactly. Yeah. And I mean, I have to say that like I love that you're creating a space where ROI is measured not just in the dollars but in the evaluation. That's the um, kind of leadership the world has been waiting for. Yep. And also like Holland Labs or the Holland Labs, it sits at the fascinating crossroads, like the tech innovation and the spiritual evolution. And some people see like these walls are opposite. So
Oh, no,
how
no.
do you integrate them harmoniously?
Absolutely not. That tech integration, spiritual integration, I find that spirituality is the base of all things that are good. Like, for example, one of the partners at Holland Labs, he's at like a 10-day meditation retreat right now. So even I wanted to reach out with him, I can't because if without a
Mm,
strong spiritual base, it's harder to create. If you create products with that strong spiritual base and that good intention, it'll just
mm,
further echo. Like in the sense, like if you're intending to do good, you'll do good, and having the spiritual base is really important because you're aware of that. And, like, when I was much younger, so I was very fortunate to be at a younger company, like, I was fortunate to be at one of the best incubators in the world, and at that point in time, I was go, 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 work 12,
mm,
14-hour days, but an incubator is essentially a startup school where we had our levels where, like, there's different startups right next to us in different fields with different expertises. So I was networking my way through everyone, like, trying to get to know everyone, grab lunch. Because imagine you're a kid and you're surrounded by many CEOs,
mm,
like, you have to do that. And I've noticed that all the top performing CEOs had a spiritual practice. So, like, I remember this one
mm,
specific time, I'm like, "Hey, do you wanna grab lunch?" He's like, "No, I have to meditate." Or no, he didn't say have to meditate. He's like, "I'm gonna meditate for now." I'm like, "How can you meditate?" It's like 2 on a Tuesday. Like, that doesn't make any sense. It's like, "You'll get it eventually." And now that I started the spiritual practice, I do get it. And on top of that, the spiritual practice, it just makes you much more calmer too. And being calm is very important for decision making too. So,
yeah. Hmm. Amazing. So like and practically speaking, like when building or investing in conscious company, how do you weave in practices that honor both scaling and soul alignment?
so here's the cool thing that I love
Mhm.
building and investing in people is again, like, I think everything I view everything as energy, frequency, vibration. So we're interacting right now because we're on a similar frequency. So if we weren't on the similar frequency, I don't think we would interact right now. So like it's
Mhm.
a scale between like 0 to 1,000 where like the lower level emotions like anger, hate, shame, fear, they're vibrating at below 200. Like the upper ones like love, peace, joy, they're around like 4, 5, 600 where Jesus, Krishna, and the Buddha, they were able to reach 1,000 because obviously they're Very great.
Mm,
But, so the thing is, it's like a radio frequency too. So, like,
okay.
you know, if you have a radio, you turn to specific frequency, you get that channel.
Mm,
So if I'm vibrating at the anger frequency, I'm attracting angry people in my life because I'm vibrating at that level. If I'm in the hateful frequency, that's who I'm attracting. But if I'm in the frequency of like loving, I'm trying to help people, it's trying to spread my vibe. I've found that I've met a lot of people
mm,
like me because that's what I'm putting. Because again, like the universe is like a boomerang. You get out, you get what you send out, you get back. So like if I'm operating like a positive, like trying to help frequency, I just tend to attract those people, which makes
mm,
networking and investing and working with people. Honestly, it's the most efficient way to do it too. Like imagine like if like us, like I'm down to help you out in the future, and I'm sure you're down to help me out in the future. It's like I don't really want anything from you. You don't really want anything from me. Imagine that's a much better way to do business versus like, let's say I were going on this podcast. I'm like, let's see what I can get out of a Vic. And then you'd be like, let's see what I can get out of there. Like, I don't think our relationship would last too long.
exactly. Got it. Mm. And okay, and that reminds me that the future isn't either tech or spirit, it's tech through the spirit. Um, it's a dance, not a war. So yeah.
Okay. And it's funny too. Like if you read like the more ancient texts, like all the stuff that they science is just barely discovering and just barely testing. It turns out a bunch of people knew it long before too. So it's a spiral.
Yeah, exactly. Mm. Amazing. So, I also like you mentioned your mantra that as above, so below, as within, so without. So, how does that guide your daily decision making?
Yeah, so the person I want to shout out for that is Hermes Trismegistus. Um he was a spiritual teacher from way back when. He was a contemporary of Moses. So the reason I say that specifically, it's because his teachings have been one of the most helpful things that I've ever learned. So if you have time or you're interested, I'd recommend you check it out. It should help you. That essentially just means the outer world is a reflection of the inner world. So if I want to change the outer world, how do I change the outer world? I just simply have to change the inner world because it's like a mirror, dude. Like if I want to, like imagine you're just staring in a mirror, it's like you're frowning at the mirror. Too many people are like, oh, the mirror is frowning. Mirror change. Let me try stuff. Let me yell at it. But like in reality, to change the frown in the mirror, you just have to change what this. You're the one creating the mirror, so you just have to smile.
Mm,
So it represents that.
exactly. Yeah. And like, and for the listeners who might feel disconnected from their inner world while chasing outer success, what's a small daily practice you would recommend to realign?
1000% meditation. I found meditation to be the most helpful thing I've ever started. I do Vipassana meditation, so that's my method, but obviously like not too many people have time to do that. So yeah, so my morning routine is I wake up early in the morning around 4:20 because I find it funny. I do my meditation and then I set my intention for the day. So like I do my meditation. So like everyone has their own meditations. Like I do Vipassana, sometimes I do guided, sometimes I do breathing. You do you. The most helpful thing I found is to close my meditation with storing my energy in the forward of my head and then wishing everyone in the world peace, love, and happiness.
Mm,
And the cool thing is, like we said, the universe is a mirror. So like if I go around wishing everyone peace, love, and happiness, people wish me peace, love, and happiness. And there was a
mm,
tangible because before I started this, like I go to the gym like right after I meditate, so that's my thing.
mm,
Like after I started doing that, so many more people at the gym started giving me high fives, looking smiles, fist bumps, and all that. And I think it's because I was just radiating a different energy.
mm,
Yeah, so just set your intention for the day. And again, like I believe in the quantum, meaning so
mm,
I believe time is happening all at once. Like there's no past, present, future. It's all the present now. And the reason we're experiencing this reality is because we're paying attention to it. So there are two things you can do at the beginning of the day. It's like you can wake up, see your problems, start focusing on problems. And what do you get when you focus on problems? You get more problems. But if you focus on what's going well and how everything's going to go and how you're going to help people, I think you set your own timeline for a happier one, and that can compound too.
mm.
So
True.
meditation is the best thing ever, honestly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And also like looking into the future, like say 5 to 10 years down the road, what impact do you envision like Holland Labs and the companies you invest in having on the planet?
Raising collective consciousness 1% at a time.
Okay.
That's the way to do it. And I think more people are getting into that too. So if I can help one
Mm,
person, great. They can help one person, great. And that's really, and again, like Colin Labs, you can have a grand, big vision, but like it's really about helping one person at a time because that spreads.
mm. True. True. Exactly. Amazing. Amazing. So, like, I mean, any suggestion or the advice you would like to share with the listeners today?
Yeah, dude. So you're all creating your own reality. There are two simple rules I like to follow when building products. I think it's very important, like you said, like
Mm,
when you're building a company that can have a leverage effect. So like
yeah.
if you're just one person, that's great, you can affect you. But if you're building a company, you have a group behind you that leverages it out. So whenever you're building company products or just in your daily life, it's like, if what I'm building, does it harm anyone or does it take anything away from anyone? And if it doesn't do either, you're generally good with karma, so you can go ahead and give it a shot.
True. True. Exactly. Amazing. So, Eric, like your journey, your mission are really, really incredible reminders that we are not just here to make a living. We are here to make a difference, and we are here to build the bridges between tech and soul, ambition and evolution, speed and stillness. And this is the amazing part of it. So, to everyone who is tuning in today, remember that you are a co creator of the future. You are more powerful than you know. And your energy, your choices, your consciousness, they matter. So go connect with Holon Labs, follow Eric's visionary work, and ask yourself, like, what am I building? And is it lifting the world higher? So with this hope, dear listeners, I am your host Avik, sending you the strength, clarity, and the infinite possibilities. So until next time, stay conscious, stay curious, and stay limitless. So thank you so much.
Thank you.